Hello, welcome everybody. My name is Chrissy and today I'm going to be giving you a prediction reading for the 11th of June. Now, if you are new to my channel, just don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't. And I will just get started and we'll see what comes up. Now, I'm getting that this fight is only for the brave. So, you know, again, I get that image of Braveheart. I get it all the time, that beautiful image of Mel Gibson on that horse with his sword and his shield. And he's tired, we're tired, and he's ready to take on that world and that battle. Personally, I think there's no battle that we couldn't face anymore. If you're watching my channel, we have battled so hard, but we're still here. And that's kind of the image that they're giving me today, is that we're still here and we're still fronting up and we're still feeling strong and we're still feeling able. And that's the imagery I'm getting today, is that Mel Gibson, you know, on that horse again in Braveheart. And they're still showing me that we're getting the support in numbers. We've still got this massive support in numbers. They're showing me like there's soldiers now going back way in the distance over the hills. We've got people waking up right in the distance and they're coming forward now. You know, I talked about us being the first wave of that battle in this war of truths, I guess you could say. But now there's all these people coming forward ready to do their battle. You know, we were that first lot that came forward and fought with our flags and our against tyranny, dictatorships. We saw it very early. But now we're still there and we're still giving these people behind us stability. I'm definitely getting that image today. But now the soldiers, well, representing the soldiers is the people waking up, it's over and yonder and over the hills and even further back, right in the distance, as far as you can see, there's people waking up and coming from behind. I'm definitely getting that today. And they're showing me that the opposition, which is, as we know, government leaders, parliamentary leaders, all these people who are trying to push these things upon us, they're actually starting to retreat. So it's giving me the visual that they've gone behind the bridge and they've gone into like a castle and they're pulling up the wooden bridge and they're blocking it. The moat is right around the castle and they're trying to protect themselves by pulling up the wooden bridge. You know, it's like one of those medieval bridges and they're pulling up the wooden bridge and the big door because they don't want anyone to get in and find out the truths. So this is the imagery that I'm getting, this big castle, and it's the castle full of truths. So we're still there. We're like Mel Gibson on the Braveheart. And I'll just see what else we get around this today. And they're showing me up in the, is it the Tourette's? The Tourette's? Tourette's is a syndrome, isn't it? Whatever those things in the castle are called. God, I have terrible trouble with my wording lately. They've got people looking out of them and they're spying. So it's like they've got spies on us, which is nothing new, is it? We know we get spied on all the time. God, we get fact checked. Maybe that's who's up there checking on us, the fact checkers. But they're spying on us, like they're looking at us in the distance and they're wondering how far we can push forward with this. Like, are we going to come any further, or are we going to stop like where we are back on the hills, or are we going to really push forward en masse and come at them? Like, this is kind of what the guides are giving me now. The thing is, these, as we know, pathetic people who are pushing their agenda and trying to roll us on all of this out onto innocent, they are innocent people. These people still waking up and in the mass psychosis are pretty innocent because they didn't get all of this. We saw it all, so we know what's going on. But these people waking up are still fairly innocent. So these people in the castle are now sort of hiding from us. They're hiding their lies, their deception, all their agendas. Like, it's this hiding, you know. You think of a castle, gosh, you can hide nearly anything. And they even have, if you think of a really old medieval castle or something in England or somewhere, Scotland or Ireland, they have a lot of these like trap doors and secret hiding places and underground tunnels that you can go in and you can go to this other world, you know. This is kind of what I'm getting. These people who are well, we could call them the evil villains of our COVID agenda story, they actually have ways of and means of getting out of things. So they can sort of run away and hide if they need to, because they don't want these truths coming out. They know what they're doing. They know what they're implementing isn't right for us. But, sadly, a lot of people think they've got our best interests at heart, but we all know that they haven't. I'll just see what else we get today, but I'm definitely getting that they have this ability. If they are in the castle, these leaders and people rolling out the agendas, they feel like they've got safety because they can escape at any time and go down through these tunnels, and they lead them, to some other village miles and miles away, and they'll always be protected. So they feel like they've got this protection, and this could be around people like, I often talk about the puppets, like Fauci, Bill Gates. There's all these people running the show behind that are calling the shots. So they feel like they're going to be protected. Like I said about Bill Gates, how's he getting protected? Epstein on his jet going to the island? Like, everyone who knows about Jeffrey Epstein, it wasn't great. And we pretty much know what his associates were up to. So, how's that sitting right with anybody that he's now running the world health? It's just, anyway, it's nuts to all of us, I know that. But this is what I'm getting. By pulling up their wooden moat door or whatever it is to the castle, they feel like they're protecting themselves now, and they're becoming untouchable, which is what I've talked about before. You think of that mafia, it's all very untouchable. And it sort of feels, I must say, that some of these people are untouchable. They're very protected by something or someone. We know that. We know Big Pharma's definitely getting protected, aren't they? Gosh, they've got a trail of destruction behind them, but they seem to be protected. Anyway, I'll see what else we get today. I'm getting a lot of this opening envelopes. So it's showing me like people like us opening envelopes, and we're getting this news delivered, and it's like being delivered to our doorstep, and it's like this official letter. Oh God, it's like a complying letter. It's this letter of complying. We're having to comply to them taking charge. It's almost like they're showing me this signatory letter. It's almost like a letter with the wax seal stamp on it. So it's this very official letter that only you are going to receive. And it all sounds really great. But we've got to have this thing signed off. So that almost like you could say, looking for all our signatures to sign off, I guess you could say their agenda, but to sign off the reality moving forward. Now, this is going to be tricky for them because they think they can fool people. But as we know, they can't fool us, and now there's a lot of other people that they can't fool. So this official letterdom kind of thing really represents them trying to, I guess you could say, dominate kind of the kingdom. This is what I'm definitely getting in relation to the castle and everything. They want to dominate the kingdom. So it's like they want to take your land rights, and they want to take your children's land rights. They want to take pretty much everything, but in return, they're going to look after you. So this is the big elites, you could think of the kings and queens and all this sitting up in their castles who are the leaders and, parliamentary people in charge. They're wanting to make everything sound wonderful for you. Like they're going to feed you, they're going to clothe you. You won't even have to worry or care about anything if you go along with our plan. Now they're going to put this out really nicely. It is going to sound really beneficial to everyone. Everyone is going to gain from this, but we know who the people are that are going to gain from this, and it's not going to be any of us. So we're already awake to this happening. But a lot of these people are still going to be in two minds what to do. I always talk about them being at that fork in the road now. So they've got these big decisions to make. And this is that, when I'm seeing that letter like arriving, it's like, just here, for example, we had the rollout of the no more single-use plastic bags, which I think is great. I actually don't have a problem with that. I've been using alternative bags for years. But they're kind of just rolling that out, and they're like putting it on all your feeds, it's in all your face, so of course people have to kind of agree with it. So it's like this unsigned document that we're all in agreement with, and they're making it sound like it's and feel like it's coming from us. So the way they wrote these articles about the plastic bags was like it was like our decision, you know, moving forward we all need to get together and make our world a better place. And you know, they use this very clever wording and quotes. I talked about the quotes being used the other day, the reset kind of quotes that are going to make everything sound better. Well, they're already starting to do that now, and this is what I'm definitely getting about those letters being delivered with the wax seal. It's like, well, basically it's our way or the highway. So here we go. We're pretending that you're involved in the decision-making process, but you're actually not. And that's what I'm getting about this. It's not literally that we're going to get a letter, but it's like we're going to be getting written information, and then they're just going to churn it out. So it's like, but we told everybody we were going to implement this. So there's sort of like no one's got a leg to stand on because they've already told you about it. So now we're just going to implement it, and it's all going to be in your favour. They're so thoughtful, aren't they? It's so good of them to take away all our individual powers and everything we own, and we're going to be so happy. Yep, they will tell you we are going to be so happy when this all happens. So I'm definitely getting that now, that it's like the letter of the wax seal. It's all very official, and it's starting to roll out, and they're starting to hit us with these notes and this information, and this is what's actually happening. It's like, you know, official letter from the Queen's Council or the King's delivering a handwritten letter to everybody about what's happening in their lives. Well, we're just the peasants now, and we're just going to be told what to do. Oh, but hang on a minute. They forgot that we're Mel Gibson on the horse, didn't they? And we don't get told what to do, and we rip up our contracts, don't we? We might be the ones that are ripping up those contracts again. Oh my God. See, but that would be a contract. You think about it, in the olden days, that would have been a contract about the landowners, because to own land would have been very prestigious back then. So, you know, the king could take it off you probably at any time. But they forgot that we're Mel Gibson and we fight back. We just don't take things and get given a letter and it's like, oh yeah, and we'll turn around and go the other way. And remember, we're not alone in this anymore. This is becoming a huge army of freedom fighters, and we are pushing them to go and hide away and come up with some new plans and new reasons as to why they're doing what they're doing. Example, sending people to struggle street, ripping people off, financially costing every country zillions, big pharma making constant money over and over again, and they're building their big empire. Well, now it's starting to be seen. It's definitely starting to be seen. So look, I'm going to leave you with that today. Please take care. Have a great weekend, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like buttons, and I'll see you very soon. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye from Australia. Bye.